Hey, welcome to the Razzle Dazzle Show, a podcast where we talk about our favorite video games and all things pop culture with an emphasis on our favorites. We're your hosts Jared, Mauro, and Chaz.
Hi, I'm Chaz.
Hey, I'm Mauro.
Be sure to let us know what you think of today's episode somewhere on the internet. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Razzle Dazzle Show, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Raz_Daz_pod, and on TikTok at Razzle_Dazzle_show. With all that being said, it's Razzle Dazzle time!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If you could have seen the confusion on my face, it was absolutely amazing.
Okay.
We're back! Did you guys miss us, everybody at home? Did you get the internet? Did you miss us? Because the Razzle Dazzle Show is back and new and improved, and we're just reformatted, and we're having a blast already. It is Delta episode number 39, and this is the month of May. And already the month of May has been extraordinary with the past 3 episodes with guests. That's a big surprise to anybody who's been listening to us for the past 4 years. We've had Will Robson, Alex Robson, and Gary Chalk, the voice of Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal. Clearly, if you guys already tuned in, which I know you have, things are a little bit different. It's not just going to be me this time around. I have a couple of new co-hosts to introduce, which I already did in the intro, Mauro and Chaz. So, guys, how are you guys today?
I'm good. Just to clear this, I'm Mauro.
And I'm Chaz, and I feel a little robotic today, you know.
Yeah, it's a great first impression, Chaz. So I just want to get the elephant out of the room. Like I said in our last episode with the Eagle News interview, I said we'll be back soon, and we are. And yeah, things are different. Things have been reconfigured. The past crew, we decided to go our separate ways. They wanted to pursue other things in life, and that is perfectly fine. And I'm really happy for them, and I wish them the best of luck with all of their endeavors. Now, I am happy to announce that my new co-hosts, Mauro and Chaz, with them on the show, it kind of brings the whole, like, the original concept of what I wanted the show to be. It brings it to life because, Chaz, you are one of the original members of the original Razzle Dazzle crew, as we have discussed in our second to last episode with Tylee and Destiny. And it was such an amazing time. That was such a great episode. I'm so glad that you were a part of it. And now you're a full-time member of the show. And Mauro, I've known you since 6th grade. So, like, you know, the whole premise of the show is for best friends to be talking with each other. And now that dream is finally realized. And this is going to be great. And I know we said that the show was ending in February, but like I said in those episodes, that format of the show has ended. We are no longer part of Eagle Radio, Eagle Media from FGCU. We're no longer partnered with them, so we are now independent. So that's what that meant, that our partnership with them has ended, and now we are independent. We are our own podcast. And I'm so happy to get started with this. Guys, how has been the month of May for you?
My month of May has been very exciting by the simple fact I've gotten me a new car. I went home, scared a friend. He really thought I was going to come to his house and play Guitar Hero.
Hold on. Wait a second.
You're talking about a future bit that we haven't even talked about yet, you know?
I know. I like hinting at stuff.
It's foreshadowing.
But I bought me a new car, and I bought my dream car of all things. Being in this podcast has been very fun for me, teaching me a lot more about managing my time. Like, granted, my job, it teaches me how to balance work life and the podcast, which is a personal life, and I really enjoy this personal life. So I've learned to rearrange things where I can still get my gaming in, but the podcast is more important to me.
I'm really glad that that Chaz brought up, like, you know, time management, because I feel like May has been my worst month this year with time management.
If it makes me better, it's still a learning process for me too, as you can tell.
Yeah, no, it's you know, it's things just kind of have a way of working out. I'm really glad you managed to get your dream car, Chaz. I didn't know it was your dream car when you mentioned it earlier, so like that's like an extra. Not only is it a new car, but it's one that you've been wanting. I moved last month, but last month everything, like in the new apartment, every 2 days something new would pop up, and then we were in the middle of fixing the one thing and then something else would pop up. But that got fixed at the very end of April. So May has been the first month that I've been living here in this new apartment that has been just like an actual like, now it feels like I finally moved in. Unfortunately, this is also the during the moving process, I rediscovered the charger for my old laptop, and I got back into playing SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic MMO, and I that has contributed heavily to my lack of appropriate time management. I'm having a lot of fun though, so that's nice.
Yeah, I'm glad. I think it's clear to say that we have been working quite a bit and really hard the past couple of months since February behind the scenes, and I'm excited for what's to come in year 5 of the Razzle Dazzle show, and we got some pretty cool stuff coming up. I do want to at least address like in the structure of how the episodes are gonna release every month. As you guys know, the past month is all guests. Alex and Will Robson and Gary Chalk, and next month is gonna be very similar too, but that's not the structure I am going to keep. At the very least, we're still doing normal episodes, we're still doing normal topic episodes. Like, don't worry about that. That is not going away. Of course, we're going to keep doing Delta episodes every month. But also, since we restructured the show to have guests on, we're going to at least, at the minimum, have one guest a month. We might have more. We might have an entire month full of guests. I don't know yet. But if we do, we do. But I think that's a good guarantee that there will be at least one special guest a month. And again, I'm so excited for those episodes to come out. Everybody I've interviewed that we've talked to has been amazing. They've been so kind, so nice, and they've been an amazing conversation. But that's just a teaser, I guess.
Oh, it's definitely a teaser to look forward to. I think you can like back that one up, because Jared has just been pulling guests out of the woodworks every other week. He just comes up with a, hey, did
this guy
you ever seen this show? You ever seen this show? What do you think about the soundtrack on this show? Guess who I got on the podcast? The guy who made the soundtrack to the show. You like this game? Oh, this is my favorite character. You know who voices her? Yeah, she's gonna be in the show. I'm interviewing her on Monday.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with the amount of guests we've gotten so far, and it's just going up, baby. We're just starting, and already we're starting with our best foot forward. But yeah, enough of like talking shop. Let's talk about pop culture. Let's talk about games. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about movies. What have we been up to? What have we been absorbing lately? Who wants to start?
I think you should start, because
Okay.
Chaz talked about some no pop culture stuff, but he talked about what he did this month. I talked about what I did this month or didn't do. You should start the pop culture talk, and then we'll go from there.
All right, fair enough. So, oh my God, I can't believe I'm skipping over my own birthday. Last week, for when this episode comes out, was my birthday, and of course, I wanted to have Gary Chalk, my childhood Optimus Prime. I wanted his episode to release on the week of my birth. He got to say happy birthday to me, so that was really nice of him. So because of my birthday, I've been kind of spoiling myself a lot. So just the other day, I actually went to a comic book shop that's nearby here, and I just got a bunch of Daredevil comics. I got 2 singles and I got 3 graphic novels. And because I figured, like, he is my favorite Marvel superhero, and I don't keep up with him. And I think out of any comic stuff I should keep up with should be Daredevil, and that's what I'm starting to do. So I finally have like a comic box to keep like all my comics and stuff that I already do have organized finally, because I really needed that. And yeah, I'm really excited to like dive into that. I've already started reading a bit this morning, and apparently Daredevil has a white suit now. It looks really cool. It's like white hot, it's just all white.
The white with the red accents on it?
I don't remember if there was red accents, but
It's just pure white?
I think so, yeah. All of it's just white. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying the read so far. It's issue 6, and I got issue 8 of like the latest run or whatever, because that's all they had. But
yeah, it is straight white, huh?
Yeah.
I like that.
Right?
At least I'm not the only one looking it up at this very moment. As I see a flame on this man's shoulder. I don't know why he's on fire, but I accept.
I see the same one. Like he's got fire on his Well, pretty much all over his body and then a little bit on his shoulder, and he's just kind of like not really dealing with it. Let me end it as the hand of God, he says.
Yeah, I know exactly the page you're talking about. I can see it. He was wrestling with his inner devils. His inner devil.
That makes sense. Why is he on fire, though?
Because he got out of hell.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
I accept.
As you do. As you do in comic books.
No, that makes sense. You get out of hell, hell has fire, now you have fire on. Yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah, it's not permanent. It's just there to look cool.
Yeah, no, he just got out of hell, so he's like kind of in flames. I mean, if you're ever going to be in flames, it might as well be when you just got out of hell.
I was looking at another picture and I see that he has 2 katanas and his horns are on fire.
Spoilers.
Oh,
Listen,
my bad,
Chaz,
my bad.
okay. All right. The man
Tab
just
is
got out of
closed.
hell. Stop harping
Tab
on the fire.
Tab is closed. Tab is closed.
Wait, spoilers for who? For you?
For
Jared?
me.
Have you
Yeah,
not
I'm
gotten to
reading
the,
it.
you haven't gotten to the part.
I haven't even. No, I got halfway. I stopped reading the comic this morning because I had to go to work on that page, on the White Daredevil page.
What? Daredevil kills Kingpin and Spider-Man? Oh,
I'm glad I didn't choose to send pictures to the chat.
Thank you. But other than that, yeah, I feel like I've been playing. Of course, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm currently in Gongaga, and it's a location in the game, Zack Fair's hometown, and it's great. It's amazing. I'm so happy to like get further through it. I've been rewatching Batman Beyond recently, and I've been having a blast with that. And yeah, oh my God. This will be prevalent in a couple of weeks, but an amazing little indie game came out called Little Kitty Big City, and I 100%ed that game in like within 24 hours. It's not a big game, but yeah, right? As I do, yes.
as you personally do.
It's such an amazing, cute little indie game. I highly suggest anybody to check it out and get it. It's you play as a cute little black kitty, and you just do cat stuff around a big city. It's amazing. It's a lovely and it's an amazing time. And I think for the most part that is it for me.
I think there's a console game. Oh yeah, it's called Stray. Have you heard of that?
Of course I have. Yeah, it is depressing. Is the exact opposite of what Stray is.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. Stray is a great game. Stray is a phenomenal game.
I have mixed feelings about Stray. It's Stray sad.
Right? I don't want to see the kitty get hurt.
I'm glad I didn't buy the game yet. Me hurt now. I need my comfort pillow. Kitty, where's my kitty? No, this kitty gonna make me sad.
So I mean, Stray is a great game on its own right in a dystopian world. But if you don't want to have anxiety the entire time you're playing as a cat, play Little Kitty Big City. It's all bright, happy, colorful, fun. It's silly. Like the writing is phenomenal. The music is great. It's yeah.
For me this month, I will say I've been trying to catch back up into anime. I've been like very behind on it. Like when I tell you very behind, so I've been trying to like binge stuff, but then like I get worn out. I don't know if you guys ever tried that before, like try binging like all the new shows that are coming out, but then you get worn out of watching new things. You want to just rewatch something instead.
Of course, dude. That's all the time.
And you're just like I watched Windbreaker, Kaiju number 8, some more of One Piece. If anybody knows anything about One Piece, I am about.
No, I think One Piece is kind of like that. Is it that indie thing that just came out the other day?
A little show known as One Piece.
A little small show.
It's like 12 episodes.
It's got a little cult following. I think you should like try it out.
And some other animes, and I was just like, I was trying, then I finished catching up on them, and I was like, wow, what else can I catch up on? Then I was like, I don't want to catch up on anything. I kind of want to rewatch something. So right now I'm in my rewatch classic animes I haven't seen in a while, which I will bring it up later, never mind. But yeah, this much has been anime. Oh, and Guitar Hero, I love it. Just letting you know that.
It's not a spoiler.
I love it.
That's all I can say for right now. But I wanted to share that, and I can't share it because I realized I already did, technically speaking.
Oh my god.
So,
You're terrible.
good topic.
Just
Good
destroy the
topic.
timeline. Ruin the space-time continuum, why don't you?
Oh, I'm in trouble, but Mauro's okay.
What did he do?
What did I say?
Talk about the timeline, but I can't talk about Guitar Hero.
The timeline. Things haven't happened yet, so why bother?
Okay. Your turn.
My turn? Well, I really wish I hadn't said everything that just went out this month before it was my turn. The only pop culture that I have been... The only pop culture that I have been engrossed in this past month has definitely just been Star Wars: The Old Republic. However, not because of this game, but in just some weird coincidence, I've also been watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars with my baby. But we just finished The Clone Wars, hopping onto Bad Batch now, and the more I go through...
How long have you
Yes.
been watching the Clone Wars for?
We started, I believe, in March. So we were... No, like,
That makes sense.
I've seen the Clone Wars multiple
Well,
times.
I know
Yeah,
that.
okay,
I'm
or
just saying, like, in this recent watch through, how fast?
This curtain watch, not a whole lot. See, here's the thing. I'm a little embarrassed in myself because I skipped a couple of episodes in the first season or two that I didn't think... I was like, okay, I was just trying to get Mar into the show hard. So I was like, okay, let me start with the coolest episodes, since they're all just kind of like out of order anyways, some of them.
You better say
really,
Malevolent. The Malevolence.
So the first arc I kind of skipped.
What?
Listen. Okay, I didn't want Mar watched the movie, okay? And then I didn't want their first introduction into the Clone Wars to be the Yoda episode at the beginning.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that
fine.
episode. I love that episode, but I just didn't want it to be that.
That's fine.
And then for some reason, I know that the next 3 episodes are the Malevolence trilogy, but I don't know why I didn't. I just skipped right to the episode after Rookies, which had Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then after that, we watched Rookies because I'm like, okay, but you need to see this episode. And then after that, we jumped back and we kind of finished season 1. And then in season 2...
So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You still haven't seen the Malevolence?
We're too far into Bad Batch right now. Maybe at some point in the future, but there were episodes that I had to go back to later on. Because after like halfway through season 2, like we locked in and was like, okay, we're watching everything. Mar was like, no, I don't want to skip episodes. Like, whatever, we'll watch it. I'm into it. I'm into the show. I'm like, okay, cool. But halfway into like certain seasons, Ahsoka will see Lux Bonteri again. And then Mar's like, who's that? And I'm like, fuck. Skip that episode. or then like in season 6, out of all places, this one blindsided me. There's an episode where Anakin and Padme are having trouble because like this guy that used to like Padme or whatever comes back, and he's like a separatist, but she trusts him or whatever.
I remember.
But that was like that he was
Like
introduced
season
in like
3.
like way back, and I'm like, damn. Okay, never mind. So we have to go back again. So yeah, not my smartest move, but we watched it. Like we would watch an episode or two every night, every other night, depending. And then, by earlier this month, or maybe late last month, I don't know, we finished and we started the Bad Batch. And yeah, this got me into Disney Plus again, because like I have it, I don't use it.
Yeah.
But then like, we're watching this and I'm on Disney Plus and I see like them advertising MCU stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just like as background noise, start the MCU movies again, just because I really like phase 1 and then part of phase 2. And so that has been, instead of like catching up on my 150 watch laters on YouTube or, doing anything that I'm supposed to be doing, I just have that playing in the background while I do homework or while I play Sator.
No, I completely understand. So we're all just rewatching shit.
Yeah. The rewatchability of Chaz's segment is real.
Mm-hmm. It's probably with all of us. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm rewatching Batman Beyond. I mean, it's for a reason, but like I finished this was in April, I think, March and April. I rewatched BAAACK, Batman the Animated Series, and of course I have to watch Batman Beyond right after. So that's what I've been doing. I love this. We're just like reliving stuff. That's great. It just we're enjoying it.
It's really good. I have one problem with this though, because when watching things, it doesn't matter. But like for me, I really love video games, and for some reason, I have a lot of games that I bought or were bought for me that I still haven't played because I commit myself and my time to games that I've already beaten, but I just beat them a long time ago, and I'm like, well, I missed this game.
I get that.
It's happening now. I was in the middle of, back when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, I was playing that, and I stopped because I really missed, what even was it? Outer Worlds. And so I started playing that game, and I think I finished it, but then I hopped on... I hopped on Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and I didn't even get to finish that one because then SWTOR became possible again, and I'm like, never mind, all right, I got something better. And still, I think, it would be really fun to boot up The Witcher 3 or Red Dead 2 again. When am I going to do that? While I still have, like, Hogwarts Legacy barely touched, Jedi Survivor not even played.
I'm sorry. You barely touched Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, I tried it. It's a very fun game. I played it 3 times, maybe. I want to get back to it. It's fun. I really like it. But it's just that SWTOR.
Yeah.
Being a little British kid in the 1800s with magic is kind of fun, but being an evil space wizard with lightning thingies is even funner.
Well, you have lightning thingies in the Hogwarts. Oh, you didn't get that far because you didn't play the game.
Okay, listen, guy. Listen. All right. Okay. All right. Good.
You must be a Hufflepuff, huh?
Slytherin, first of all. All right. I took the personality test. All right. I'm a Slytherin.
I did it on
Hogwarts,
BuzzFeed, so you
whatever.com.
know it's accurate.
In that case, I would like for you to get out of my house, please. Thank you.
I went to the website, the official one, and I took the official test, and it said I was Slytherin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't believe me. Maybe it's because I'm so Slytherin. I don't know. I've never watched Harry Potter. I don't really.
Wait, please tell me you're lying. Please tell me you're lying.
I think I had the VHS for the first one or something when I was like a kid, but never read the books either. Just to, I felt that one hurt you, so just to like add the icing on the cake, like might as well. I mean, just might as well get it out of the way now. Like I figured.
Mind my language, but there's a term I say in this house, and this term is "you make my eyes itch."
I'm glad I could have that effect on you.
You okay down there, Jared?
That's gonna be
Harry
the clip for
Potter.
the episode.
My bad. Continue on about the way you just abandoned the game is by all means, because I'm assuming you didn't finish Baldur's Gate either.
I don't abandon games. Okay.
That's really what you just said.
I don't abandon games. I'll get back to them at some point. It's
Did you
just
finish Baldur's Gate?
I'm gonna. You ever okay? So like, if you have like, let's say you have 3 kids. And you've spent a lot of time playing with one kid, but you have another kid like out in his room, like hanging out by himself like a loser, and he's not like playing. Like you're gonna be like, okay, well let me play with that kid for a little while. Did you abandon the other kid because you went to play with that one?
Technically speaking, you did. Yes.
No, because you just spend a lot of time with that one, and then maybe the third one is like chill by himself. Like he's outside, he's like kicking a tree or something. Like he's having fun. He's fine. He's fine.
Kicking the tree. Do you have the foot strip?
This is what happens when I can only like spend time with one kid, because like if I leave him and spend time with the other ones, then suddenly Chaz says I'm abandoning my children. So because of this, one of the kids is going to be like super loved, the other kid's going to be like alone in his room, and the third one is just going to be outside kicking trees or something.
I said you're not wrong for abandoning games. It is okay. I was just saying that you were doing so.
I was not doing so. I will get back to it at some point.
Yes. You sound like me in Spider-Man 2 right now.
Well, I believe in you, Chaz. I believe that you will one day get back to Spider-Man 2.
But if it does make you feel slightly better, I have also not finished Baldur's Gate, but that's because I keep starting a new campaign. I'm on my 5th new campaign, and all of them are in Act 3. Same spot.
Wait. So wait, hold on.
I get to the lower city, and I'm like, I want a new character.
Wait. So that's where the game gets fun, though.
But you gotta understand.
It's fun. It's a fun game, but like that's when it's like, okay, Act 3, Lower City, you're about to like invade the Devil's House or something. I don't know if that's a spoiler. Whatever. It's Dungeons and Dragons. You invade Devil's houses sometimes.
Yes, I'm in the lower city, and like, so the first time I went through the game, it was with friends, and we were all Dragonborn fighters. I think I told you about that, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a
And
great
yeah,
combination.
we just walked through the game because we all got 30 attack turns, and we all hit like a truck. Like when we went to go fight the first dude who created a giant Reaper, the Reaper did not get a turn to attack us. We kind of killed it before it got it.
The Reaper in Act 2 and the
yes, the end of Act 2. He didn't get a turn to swing on us.
Bro. My God.
We just kind of
please.
we just walked through them. The next one, I was a bard, and I didn't know being a bard was so fun. And when I met the devil in the graveyard, the one that's stuck under the ground, I can't remember the name of the place. I realized that I was the person because I was able to convince him to kill himself. And I knew.
Yeah, that's.
And like that's a funny thing I like to do, like when I play in person for D&D. But the fact that in the game they allowed me to just tell a boss to kill itself was.
Well, that's why that's why I like Baldur's Gate 3. It kind of does give you the freedom to do that type of thing. You're kind of. I've seen videos of people doing that, of convincing the monster to kill himself. I think you're the monster.
Believe it or not, no. Next gameplay. I'm a necromancer. I'm the monster in this one. I watched the kid at the front of the gate, the graveyard before you go and down into the Coliseum, whatever the place is. Kid's like, I'm looking for my mother and father.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kid's no longer alive.
Huh? Why? What? So you attacked her like a non-hostile engaged combat and just killed her?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's not the good arc. It's my villain arc.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you have to go around killing children. You're a kick the dog villain. Okay, I see. You know how like TV tropes has like a pet the dog villain where it's like, yeah, you're evil, but the dog shows up and you're like, it's a dog. You pet the dog. Some humanizing traits.
Jesse and James.
No,
Jesse and James. Yeah, no, you're not. You're actually.
Remember the owl bear in the cave with the cub?
Oh no.
Yep, cub is laying next to his mother as we speak.
At least they're together, I guess. I was wondering if you killed the cub and let the mother grieve, or killed the mother and left the cub no, just both. Okay.
If it makes you feel better.
No, stop saying if it makes you feel better. I don't think it should make me feel better. I mean, go ahead, but I promise you it's not going to make me feel better.
Emerald Grove, right? You know, the whole first village you see and everything that you saved from the goblins?
Yeah.
They are alive because I still need them because they re-show up in Act 3.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, they're alive because I need them.
Yeah.
I need them.
But everything else in that whole Act 1 is,
Have you ever played Fallout 3?
I have never played any of the Fallout games before.
So, in Fallout 3, there is a mission, or I guess a string of missions where some guy there's a town, right? There's a town called Megaton. It's like a shanty town, post-apocalyptic town that has like a nuke in the middle, unexploded. The bomb dropped, it landed, but it didn't go off. And for some reason, they decided to build their town around it. I can't remember the reason, but there's a bomb in the middle of the town. And this is like public knowledge. Everybody knows it because there's a tower like a bunch of miles away that you can go, and then there's this very rich guy that lives on top of the tower, and he's like, hey, that town is ugly. If you detonate the bomb and kill them all and like blast that out of my horizon, I'll pay you money. And so, you have two options. You could like disable the bomb and then everybody in Megaton cheers you, or you could be like a demon and go in there, set it to explode, leave, and then it explodes. It blows up. And you just kill 100 people because some guy in a tower was like, I don't like the way that looks when I'm looking at the horizon.
I would have did it for free, but he's gonna pay money.
Yeah, that was I think you would like Fallout 3 because no matter what you do in Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think it could ever be that evil. And you need an evil. You need to let out your evil in a way that encourages this.
I feel like the most evil thing I did in Baldur's Gate 3 would be like the first part where like, you're on the ship, you run into the brain. And I didn't know what they meant by mutilate the brain. So I decided to click mutilate the brain.
I'm a simple man. I see mutilate, I click.
I was like, it's the villain arc. Let's go ahead and do it. I didn't know we was gonna start thumbing the brain.
Oh yeah, that's so weird, dude. That's so weird. I mean, you have like, I remember the options there were like kill him, let him live, or like help him, and then like mutilate. Kill him, you just kind of, kill him. That's it. But for some reason, they added an extra one where it's just like cause undue pain while doing so.
And you just and it's
that's the one
imaginary brain, but you just stuck a thumb in it, and the brain listens to you now. But the thing is, the brain acted no different if you mutilate it or you just let it survive.
Wait, hold on. So you mutilate it, and that doesn't kill it, and you can still like save it?
It doesn't kill it. The brain still runs around with you, telling you, "Let's get to the little thingy."
So this is one of those choices in life where you can choose to be evil just because there's no payoff. There's absolutely no payoff. You're just choosing to be evil. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't have like a karma system either or nothing. Like you're just.
Have you heard of the shopping cart test or whatever?
No.
It's some test to like determine if you're a good person or not, I guess. It's a litmus test. It's a litmus test, I think. Like there's no benefit or repercussions from returning the shopping cart to its area or leaving it wherever you want. But your choices, that can be a good indicator of what kind of person you are.
Okay.
So, Chaz, are you the type of person to safely put back the shopping cart? That's first option. Second option, just leave it out in the middle of the road. Or third option, you take somebody else's cart and put it right behind their car while they're trying to leave, and you walk away.
Good, bad, or bad?
Hear me out. Believe it or not, I keep like the bike locks. I keep it in my car.
Okay.
What about we just bike lock it to the wheel?
Okay, yeah, so chaotic evil. No, we got it. We got it straightened out.
Well, hold on, Jared. I feel like that the shopping cart test is a little flawed because, okay, so obviously putting the cart back is supposed to be like the good choice, right?
Yeah.
And then leaving it out is like the bad choice. Oh, you're an asshole. You don't care. But there are people that work in grocery stores and the like that it's their job to go out there and like pick up the carts and put them away. So technically, I feel like this would be one of those like, are you willing to do the necessary evil or the perceived good? Because by doing the perceived good, you have put the cart back where it belongs. However, you've also robbed somebody.
That's not true. They still gotta go pick it up.
No.
Yes, they do. They don't sit there in the parking lot.
They pick it up and then they put it inside the little spot in the parking lot, and then that's where they goes, right?
Yeah, but then they have to pick it up and put it back in the store.
At night, at the very end. They have their job. Their job is to walk around, pick them up, put them in the little thing, and then at the end of the night, they take them away. Okay, you're robbing them of their day job. Essentially, you're worse than AI if you do this. However, if you leave it out there, right, you are perceived as evil. That is a necessary evil. Okay, you are the villain in the dark, or the hero in the dark. Actually, the perceived villain, but really you're doing bad things for the greater good. You're an anti-hero. If you leave the shopping cart in the middle of the street, in the middle of the parking lot, you are a tragic hero.
I mean,
yeah. Ask one of the workers if they're excited or they're thankful for picking up a cart.
Listen. They will never thank you.
My idea so much more though, because now I'm included in a third job. Because now you got to call a locksmith and pay him to unlock your cart from the wheel.
Yeah, honestly, Chaz is the better one. Like Chaz is literally out here creating jobs. I agree. I feel like Chaz is the type of person to like walk through the milk aisle and like grab the milk and just smash it on the ground, and he's like,
yeah, if the janitor is over there looking bored because he has nothing to clean, I would give him something to clean.
Chaz is like the evil we need, He's the one guy in everybody's group that like you don't want to admit that you need him, but you need him, And he does the things that everybody else is too scared to do, like throwing milk on the ground or bike locking shopping carts to people's cars. It doesn't even have to be the car of the person that left the shopping cart there. Just any car.
No, just any car. Any car.
Yeah, I figured.
If that was your grandmother's car, to whoever's listening, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, your grandmother shouldn't be driving anyway, bro. She's like 98.
So to segue this, we're going to be bringing back something that we haven't done in, maybe a year or two? We are bringing back the Delta Quests.
And now, without further delay, join our heroes Jared, Chaz, and Mauro as they embark on the Delta Quest. As the midday sun bathes the quaint little village in warm light, two adventurers approach the town gate. A towering dragonborn warrior in battered armor, hand on his sword, walks alongside a quick-eyed halfling rogue slipping through the shadows as the town, with its thatched roofs and stone buildings, bustles with activity. Urzak, the fighter, and Pike, the rogue, were their names. Oh, and also Beans, the depressed clown, was there. Townsfolk give curious glances as the pair of adventurers head towards the lively market square. The local inn, the Weary Traveler, promises rest and a hearty meal. As they approach the square, a bearded, middle-aged gentleman approaches them. He walked up to you guys and he goes, listen, y'all, we got a bit of a problem, don't we? There's a dragon been flying around, and I want to see if you lads could, take care of it for us.
Could we?
You want me to kill my own kind?
Well, yeah, if you could kill the dragon, that would be quite splendid. He's actually down that road over there by the cave, the dungeon, if you would. That's where he says he lives.
The dragon is in a dungeon?
Wait.
Yeah. He does fly around quite a bit and then mention, I'm a dragon, I live in the dungeon. It's just, I guess that's his thing.
The dragon can speak.
Why don't we lock him up in the dungeon he's already in?
We're scared.
No, I'm saying, why don't we do that? Do you want us to kill the dragon, or do you want us to lock him up?
I would prefer, you do you, but I think I prefer.
Would you pay me more if I kill it?
Because you guys go over there right now and like lock him up, and then you leave, and then maybe he gets out. I just kill him. Let's just do us all a favor.
Just kill him. Okay, but what did he do wrong?
Well, he's a dragon, isn't he?
And so am I.
He's dragonborn. Not all dragons are evil.
Hold on. I'm not trying to make this a racial thing. I'm just saying, right? Like, he's a dragon. You's dragonborn. I mean, you got shoes on, mate. He don't got shoes, right? So I feel like.
Well, make shoes for him.
Look, listen. All right, he's a dragon, and the town people are scared, and he has eaten quite a few of our sheep. Normally, we wouldn't mind because we eat sheep too, but he doesn't stick around. He just comes by, eats the sheep, burns a house or two down, and then leaves. It's just kind of it's poor manners. It's poor manners. We're used to it. I just lost my son earlier today. It is what it is. People die, but he's just been obnoxiously rude about it. So I would appreciate it.
I'm sorry, your son was weak.
Your son. You say your son died, but was it because of the dragon?
No, absolutely no. He got sick or something.
I'm sorry, your son is weak.
Yeah, no, he couldn't really help out around the farm. His little arms. He was always coughing all the time. Are you gonna kill the dragon or no? We got money.
How much?
Well, we was able to scrounge up around 150 gold.
Where is it?
150 gold.
So the farmer hastily reaches down to his little sack that he has. He pulls it up, and there's very clearly not 150 gold in this bag. But he jingles it. He's like, it's close. I could probably get the rest, But as a down payment, here you go. And then he hands as Urzak the bag.
Feels kind of light for 150.
You open the bag. There are three gold coins, 2 copper coins, and 5 silver coins. And the farmer guy, he goes, I got that's the down payment. I'll get the rest when you get the dragon. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, I accept the challenge.
You accept? Okay.
Right,
if you're
Beans?
going, I'm going. All right.
I thank you, brave adventurers, and I promise I will give you as many gold coins as is left from what I gave you, or perhaps some corn. I mean the coins, definitely the coins. Yeah, I mean they're both yellow, right? Just the coins. I promise the coins.
All right, we're gonna hold you to that, man.
Yeah, please do. And then he goes back inside the tavern. Nothing about this man screams town official or anything, but he's. There's a dragon in this dungeon, and you guys feel the urge to, at the very least, go in there and investigate.
Okay.
So it's just down the road. Do you proceed?
Yes.
So, it's you walk down the beaten path. It's a lovely day, very, very fantasy oriented, blue skies, the lush greenery around you. You see some miscellaneous fantasy animals running around too. And eventually you get to the mouth of the cave, and it's, like from afar, it looks like a cave, like a grotto, if you will. But when you actually get close, you see that it's just the opening and then just like a brick wall. Very tall, by the way, but the brick wall has 2 doors. One to the right, one to the left. They are both made out of wood, and smack in the middle is an elderly gentleman wearing what appears to be like a rag with a hood and nothing else.
I want to inspect the man.
Kill him. Oh, I'm gonna inspect him.
How do you inspect? Wait, hold on. Chaz, what? Urzak? What are you doing?
We're going to inspect a man.
So you're both going to inspect the man. How do you... At this point, I would like you both to please just go to Google on your phones and look up a D20. That's all you need to do.
I have one on me.
You have one on you. That's tight. Use the real one. Jared, just type D20.
I got it.
And when I ask you to roll, just, hit roll.
Got it.
So, how will you inspect the man?
Don't I have elven abilities to like inspect? Like I know that's real in D&D.
You could like inspect him, like
I know there's an ability.
You could also just talk to him, but let's inspect the man. Let's inspect the man.
All right, so I want to just stare at a distance from behind a tree, look at his shoes, see what type of
he's not wearing shoes.
Rags. He's not wearing shoes.
He's only wearing
rags.
The rag, one singular rag that he has fashioned into a hood, but it is clearly like bed sheets or something. I don't know.
I want to analyze.
I would like to smell as well, since I'm a dragonborn.
Okay, so
I smell from as far as we are.
You, I'm gonna say, how you're far enough to hide and he can't see you, but to smell, you're gonna have to roll. So roll and tell me what you got.
Okay, gotcha. Oop, give me a second. I lost it. It's 17.
Okay, oh yeah, so you can smell him, and he smells like shit. He smells like he hasn't showered. He smells very sweaty. He's just an old man wearing rags, standing in front of a brick wall, not really moving. He's got a smile on his face, like a dumb smile, and he just kind of looks raggedy. Jared, I
want to analyze him for like his vitals, and also if he has anything on him, like in secret. You know what I mean?
Using the Batman cowl that you took from that vigilante. No, using your keen elven senses, you can like you go into like a predator mode, and you can sense that he's alive. He's definitely alive. You can hear his heartbeat. You can see the blood coursing through his veins. He's just an old man,
so and he's got it.
At this moment, though, he cannot see you. If you want, you could approach. You could walk forward.
I want to walk forward and talk to him. See.
Okay.
And I just want to say,
Urzak. Wait, hold on, Urzak. Are you going too or no?
I will stay hidden.
You'll stay hidden. Okay. So, Pike.
Hello, good sir.
What about Beans?
Oh yeah, Beans is around.
Beans. I get Beans is a depressed clown. I figured he wasn't going to say anything.
Beans, the sad, depressed, magical necromancer clown, is standing right next to Urzak, but he's not hidden. Urzak is doing his absolute best to hide behind the tree. He's there. He's like peeking out. Got some shrubbery around here. And Beans, this very colorful animated clown, is just standing right there, right in the open.
I accept.
Love it.
You what?
I accept.
You accept. Okay, I thought you were gonna bring him down. Okay, you accept. So, Pike walks up to the old man, who seems to have noticed you. And how do you proceed?
Hello, good sir. Might I inquire to why you're sitting here and what is the deal with these 2 doors in this brick wall?
Hello, young adventurer. I am the door guardian, the guardian of the doors, if you will. I have 2 doors, that one, and he points to the 2 doors behind him. And he says, and I guard them, for I am the guardian of the doors, as I mentioned earlier. These doors, and he points to them again.
What are behind the doors?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, behind the first door is unlimited wealth, unfathomable fortunes. You might never have to work again. And behind the other door is a giant level 500 dragon. And D&D only goes up to level 20, so you can see that this is a big dragon.
Looks at the camera, winks.
Winks.
Okay, but you say you're the guardian of these doors. Who are you guarding them from? Or what are you guarding them from?
Everybody. They're my doors. I don't own the cave or the things inside of them. I just own the doors. They're mine.
Oh.
I just want to make sure that people who are going through don't damage my doors. I paid a lot of money for them.
Okay. Well, we are on a quest to inquire about another dragon. It may or may not be the same one. May I ask you, and I offer a trade to this sack we have and all of its content, and if you can open both doors yourself as delicately as you want, so we may pass and so we cannot damage the doors.
Unfortunately, I cannot take you up on that trade. For you see, I don't really want shit. You can keep your bag. I'm good. I got my rag. These doors, though, if you want, you can continue through one of them. Choose. That's always allowed. Just be very careful with the door handle. But you'd have to choose the door. You might be looking for the dragon inside of one of them. You know, if you open one of the doors, you might find him. If you open the wrong door, well, you have so much money that you could probably pay somebody else to come in and try. But you know, you have to pick one. That's the whole adventure. That's part of it. That's why I'm standing here. Well, actually, I'm only standing here because the doors are mine. But before I put the doors in there, that's what it was.
So you won't open the doors for us?
No, I can't open the doors.
You can't, or
have
you
to
won't?
open it. He like ruffles through his things and like pulls out
His
some
scripts?
notes. He pulls out some notes and he just starts like flipping through them. They look like flashcards, but they're like an ancient parchment, so they're like very crumbly. And he shoves them back, and he's just like, he repeats, "You must open the doors."
Okay, can you tell us which door contains what?
No.
You can't.
Well, that would ruin the fun, wouldn't it? You open one door and then you go inside, and then it's a surprise.
All right, okay. So, all right. Thank you so much.
Wait, hold
then.
on. What do you mean us? Who's? Are you schizophrenic?
I carry my ancestors with me with this dagger. I'm never alone.
You should take Prozac for that. But I mean, yeah, just go right ahead. Right ahead. Just choose your door, and then he moves away, and he points to the. You know, he motions towards the doors, and he goes, "Take your pick, any door."
Before you choose to inspect
Okay, yeah.
right, I would like to challenge this old man. Bye.
So
I want to remove the head off an arrow and shoot an arrow in his direction.
Okay. So are you trying to hit the old man, or are you trying to hit near him and scare him?
Hit the old man. That's why I'm removing.
You're trying to hit the old man. Okay, so normally there would be like attack rolls and damage rolls. I'm not doing any of that. Today we're doing the D20, and we're only using the D20. So you're gonna roll. You are behind a tree. Are you still trying to stay hidden or not?
Yes, I will shoot from behind the tree.
Okay, so because you're shooting from behind the tree, you're hidden, so technically you get advantage. That's the way it's supposed to work. So the DC to beat is lower. Roll your D20 and tell me what you got. No cheating. While this is happening, you know, the old man is kind of standing around. He's pointing towards the doors, and he's just kind of like hovering in place.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10. Okay, well, you actually got exactly on the precipice. It was, yeah. But since I like doing it meets beats, since you meet the criteria, you beat it, and where were you aiming?
Just his foot.
His foot. Okay, so you shoot the arrow. It hits him in the foot. The old man goes, "Ah! Ah!" He looks down. He's like, "Ah, oh, that was my least favorite foot anyway. That's fine." And then he looks at your direction, and he notices the clown next to you, and he goes, "But you shot at me!" And he points at Beans. Bean goes, "Huh?" So the old man removes his rags, and he's completely naked now, except for a belt that carries a small dagger, like a very small dagger. And upon closer inspection, it's not really a dagger; it's like a butter knife or something. But he takes it out, and running buck naked, leaves Pike all alone with the two doors and starts huffing it. Usain Bolt speed directly towards Beans with the knife. He runs right past you, Pike, and he's, Urzak. He hasn't seen you yet, so what do you do?
right before he makes contact with Beans, I want to block his dagger.
Okay, how do you block it?
I'm using a greatsword. So I'm gonna simply just step in front of Beans and then just hold the sword like by stabbing it in the ground and just looking down on the little old man.
Okay, so roll the d20 and tell me what you got.
18.
Okay, all right, cool, yeah. So you do exactly that. You stand in front, you smash the sword onto the ground, you stand in front of the old man. The old man's running and his dagger just clings off your sword and he runs into you and he, hits you and then falls down to the ground. He looks up at you and he goes, "Hello, fellow adventurer. I am the guardian of the..." Wait, no, he shot me. And then he points to Beans and Beans is just kind of like, I didn't do anything.
I let Jared see what Jared wants to do from that far.
Well, I mean, Pike is still by the doors, but I mean, you can totally do whatever you want.
Oh, I can do whatever I want now.
Yeah, it's just you got no Pike with you. It's you.
I would just like to knock the man unconscious.
Okay, so you're hitting a very old man with I'm guessing what, like the back of your sword or like your fist or what?
Just my fist.
Okay, with just your fist. So you hit him real hard with your fist. Roll to see if you don't kill him. You're a dragonborn fighter. He's an old man. Punch him. Might kill him.
20.
So he dies. You punch him square in the head, and you hear he hits the ground. You hear a little crack, like a quick little snap, and even though you don't have any medical training whatsoever, you know that that's not good. And he stops moving completely. Pike, from the first door, the first door opens inward, and then the same exact old man walks out, and he goes, well, now you can't go through this door. That's the door with all the gold and stuff. And he killed me. And he points to Urzak. No, he points to Beans. And he goes, he killed me. I hate that guy. And since you're with him, now you definitely can't go through here. You have to go through the dragon door now.
So he reanimates once he's dead.
Jared, would you like to roll the d20, please?
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Just because this doesn't contain anything, and I really want you. You kind of peek through the door where the old man is, and you see that inside, it's not full of gold or riches. It's just a really large, empty room full of the same old man. Like the same old man is just packed into that room, and they're all just standing around, like it's like the DMV, like they're waiting for their turn. Some of them are like looking down at their hand, like they're looking at their watch. They don't have watches though; they're just looking, like just doing the thing. Some of them are like pretending to like read a newspaper, but it's empty. Like they're not doing anything. They're just there. And the old man closes the door and stands, in the middle again, and he's like, "Well, now you only got one choice. You gotta go through there."
Okay. Oh my god. I take take a step back to like process this. Okay. I want to inspect the other door then. See if there's any traps. Inspect for traps.
Okay, so you're not gonna roll anything for this one. The door is clean. It is not. There's no traps. It has like a little, the bathroom symbols.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of like having like the regular restroom like pants or dress, it just has a dragon on it. And you don't know why you didn't notice it earlier, but it's right there. It's right there. You didn't notice it earlier, and then you look at the other door and you see that it just has like a big money sign on it. And it's like super obvious now. You didn't notice it earlier for some reason, but now it's like right there. And this is definitely the dragon door.
Okay. I want to open it as delicately as possible.
Okay. So the second you grab the handle of the door,
oh god,
there's a giant shock that goes right through your body. And as Urzak, your armor, I mean, what are you wearing? Leather, metal, chain?
We're gonna go with medium armor, so chainmail.
So your chainmail starts sparkling, and you feel it getting like hot, and then Beans right next to you like just spontaneously combusts, and he's on fire. And all three of you hear like just like a giant pop, and that's where we're gonna end it today.
Oh my god! Next time on the Delta Quest, and stay tuned for the Tales of Perzekines.
I was so kidding. I was not.
That's what it's called now. The Chronicles.
I like it.
What about the Chronicles of Perzacines? Perzacines?
You're the players. You're the players, bro. You decide. Okay, it's your story, man. I don't know. The Chronicles of Perzacines. I like the Chronicles more than the saga or the tale or whatever because it's going to be every episode was intended to be like its own little thing. This one though, this is going to be a two-parter because Jared decided to open a door, bro. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm excited to see what comes next. So we're about to wrap up our first Delta series episode as the Razzle Dazzle Show. Mauro, Chaz, we took our first steps into a larger world. Yeah,
I really appreciated the way this episode went. I only really had SWTOR to talk about, so I was looking forward to the Delta quest. I genuinely thought we were gonna get farther. I didn't think you guys would spend so much time with the old man and then the farmer in front as well. I mean, that's also Chaz just killed the old man. That's cool. That's fine.
If I wanted to kill the old man, I would have just simply swung my sword. But
that's fair.
I don't know why you had to shoot an arrow at him. I mean, just whatever.
I didn't trust him. So like I wanted to shoot the arrow. That way, if you would have reacted,
you were kind of right not to trust him. There's one of the rooms was just a room full of a million instances of him. So
yeah,
there's that.
I want to know why those instances are there now, but I guess I'm gonna find out since the things.
Yeah, I guess you might just gonna have to find out next episode. Yeah, forget the dragon. Just why are there so many old men in that room?
All right, that's all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode here on the Razzle Dazzle Show. Please let us know what you think about this episode somewhere on the internet, and make sure to follow us on Instagram at Razzle Dazzle Show, on TikTok at Razzle_Dazzle_Show, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Raz_Daz_pod. Be sure to leave us 5-star ratings and a nice little written review down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Next time on The Delta Quest. Trouble and intrigue await our heroes once they enter the imposing dragon's lair. Who is the mysterious old man that guards the door? Why are there so many of them? Will our brave adventurers make it out of the dragon's lair alive? And will Beans ever find something useful to do? Find out next time on The Delta Quest.